Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to Reading with Toby. It is time for another reading vlog. I am so excited about it. So today is Thursday and I am currently on my ER rotation, and we actually do it at a different hospital. So it's kind of fun. I've only had one shift, but it's kind of nice to be like somewhere different to mix it up a little bit. I have today off and then I work all weekend, but I'm trying to take advantage of this day off, so I'm going to the movies, but I'll talk about that later. Let's chat about the books that I'll be reading. So I actually already started this one. This is Giovanni's Room by James Baldwin. This book, I'm like halfway through. I'm taking it very slowly. This book is like blowing my mind. This is one of the most incredibly well written, most beautifully written books I've ever read. It's like everything that I love in book. You're following these sad characters. This one's set in Paris. This book is just absolutely incredible. I mean, from the very first line, it had me hooked. So I'm actually gonna go back because I vlogged when I started this book, and you can see like how in awe I am. So I will go show you those clips now. Gosh, literally, first of all, the first sentence is incredible, and then the entire first paragraph just like blew my mind. What? I also think I have read this before. I don't know how, but like the first like three or four sentences sounded really familiar to me. Maybe someone has read them out loud in a vlog or something, I don't know. But wow, can I just read? I'll read you the last sentences of this paragraph. This man is standing looking out the window, okay, holding a drink in his hand. He has blonde hair. It says, "My face is like a face you have seen many times. My ancestors conquered a continent, pushing across death-laden plains until they came to an ocean which faced away from Europe into a darker past. Oh gosh." Here's another book I'm gonna absolutely love. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited. Hi. Oh my gosh. I just spent like 3 minutes reading this one page over and over and over because I was like reading it and like, wait, do I want to highlight this entire paragraph? Okay, I'm gonna highlight this entire paragraph. Then I highlight the entire paragraph. Then I went back and underlined. Like literally, I want to highlight every single line because it's written so beautifully and just like incredibly, like what in the world? And also this last line here on page 5, I'm not gonna read it because it's shocking, and I'm like, what in the world is about to happen? What is this book? What is this book? Yeah, I am like, I'm already so in love with this book. Wow. Obviously, I am taking it nice and slow. I read a chapter this morning and I'm now on part 2. Oh, this book, like every time I read it, I was reading it and I just have this like ache in my heart because something bad is gonna happen, I know. But anyways, it's like noon now. I had a very chill, relaxing morning, reading, doing laundry, just like chilling, not trying to do anything too fast. And I think I'm actually gonna sit now. I think I'm gonna close the window real quick so I can chat with you. It's a little bit better. So yes, I am going to the movies today. I'm so excited to go see Beau is Afraid. I'll put the movie poster here, but this is by director Ari Aster. He did my favorite horror film and just favorite film in general, Hereditary, and he also did Midsommar, but Hereditary is one of my favorite films ever, and I have been waiting and waiting and waiting for him to release a new movie. I have no idea what it's about. I did like watch the trailer a long time ago, like only part of it, on like Instagram or something, and I like stopped. I was like, I don't even care. I'm interested. I'm gonna see it. Doesn't matter. So I have no idea what I'm getting myself into, but I am so excited. You all know I love going to the movies. Going to the movies by yourself is one of the best things in the entire world. So that isn't until 3 o'clock, so I still have a little bit of time. All right, I just got back from the movie. That was the weirdest movie I've ever seen. I kept going down all these different routes, and I was just like, you had no idea where the story was going, and then the final scene was actually kind of brilliant. Well, it's so pretty outside because it's like the sun is shining, but there's also like a storm. It looks so weird. Whoa. Wait, I'm gonna try to take a picture. Okay, there were a couple scenes that were like so ridiculous that I was like rolling my eyes, but then there were some scenes that were like so good. Like some people were like laughing because like I think you didn't know if it was supposed to be funny, you didn't know what was happening, but I think I liked it. I think I liked it. I definitely have to watch it again now that I know what he was trying to do with the movie, and now that I know the ending, I think I'll catch more stuff. Yeah, I think I really liked it, and I just love like how he like shows time passing, and I like how he uses space and how he uses art in his movies. Anyways, and Joaquin Phoenix, of course, did a great job. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like a lot of people won't like that movie, won't like it. It was just so out there. All right, hello, I am coming at you. My Nightworm subscription came in. I love unboxing this with you all. It's so much fun. I will leave a video down below where I talk about Nightworms. This is something that I subscribe to with my own money. It's a horror book subscription box, women owned. They send you at least 2 books every single month, and I love getting it. They always send like some cool little goodies along with it. But this time, what is this? Okay, so it looks like we got some more coffee, which is so exciting because I just bought, because I've been wanting to use some more of my like Nightworms coffee that I got. So I bought a little reusable pods that I can use in my Nespresso machine. So we will definitely make some of this weekend. I'm so excited. So this looks like Beetle Brew. That is so fun. I love that. And it's like a good amount of coffee. Okay, so this is the month of April, and the theme was secrets. It looks like we got a magnet, and I don't know what is happening on this magnet. Can you tell? That's the magnet, and then this is the sticker. Ooh, this is pretty. It's a little skull with flowers. That's cool. Something different. I like it. Okay, and then we got our 2 book plates with the author's signatures, which is always fun. Okay, looks like we got a hardback and a paperback this time. So, oh, I completely forgot. Okay, that makes sense why they gave us this flower sticker. So this is Such Pretty Flowers. Isn't that a cool cover? Such Pretty Flowers by K.L. Sarah. This is a book that I've never heard of, but I really love the cover. A woman investigating her brother's apparent suicide finds herself falling for her prime suspect, his darkly mysterious girlfriend. Oh, it's a romance? I don't know about that. Get it out of me. It was the last message Holly received from her brother Dane before he was found cleaved open in his girlfriend's lavish Savannah townhouse. Oh, so it takes place in Georgia. Cool. Police ruled his death a suicide sparked by psychosis, but Holly can't shake the idea that something else must have happened. Something involving another message he sent earlier that night about a game his girlfriend Mara wanted to play. Interesting. I'm not gonna read any more, but that's interesting. I'm intrigued, except for the like romance thing. That's a little like, I don't know about that, but I really love this cover. I'm definitely interested in it. The hardback. Oh. Okay, so we got Lone Woman by Victor Laval. Look at that. And this was one that I was already interested in. A Woman with the Past, a Mysterious Trunk. Oh yeah, that's right. She has this like magical trunk. That's right. Okay, so A Woman with the Past, a Mysterious Trunk, a town on the edge of nowhere, and a bracing new vision of the American West. Adelaide Henry carries an enormous steamer trunk with her wherever she goes. It's locked at all times, because when the trunk opens, people around Adelaide start to disappear. Sounds very interesting. So we have these two books here. I love these covers, both with women as the main characters. We got the magnet and the sticker, the book plates, and then this coffee, which I am excited to try. So that was the Nightworm subscription box for the month of April. Hello, it is now Friday. I spent the morning reading, it's like noon now, but I spent the morning finishing Giovanni's Room. Oh my gosh. This book was incredible. This book, I knew it from the first sentence, as you all saw, that this was going to be a 5 stars, and it was a 5-star. This book is another all-time favorite. Like, I've had 2 all-time favorites now this month with Anna Karenina and now Giovanni's Room. This book is just so beautiful, and like it just made my heart ache with every line, and oh my gosh, I'm sad and like filled with melancholy. This book is like my exact kind of read. This is just like my perfect kind of book. Yeah, I love this so much. Let me try to find some quotes to read to you. There was one part in this book that reminded me of Call Me By Your Name. So I definitely think that Andre Ackman, like there's no way he was not inspired by this book. There's just there were some similarities. Okay, so this is where main character, his name is David, and another character like saw him and Giovanni like have their first encounter and meeting, and how they just like connected instantly, and our main character is kind of afraid of what could happen between them. And so the character named Jacques is like saying this to him. He says, "You are lucky that what is happening to you now is happening now, and not when you are 40 or something like that, where there would be no hope for you and you would simply be destroyed. You play it safe long enough and you'll end up trapped in your own dirty body forever and forever and forever, like me." Oh, that just reminds me of when in Call Me By Your Name, the dad, he has this long talk with his son about like what he is experiencing is so special, and to take hold of it with all of your might. I think he even says that. Take hold of it with all of your might, because you're young, and like experience everything, and like feel everything. And that's like he was saying to him. Oh God, it's just so beautiful. And then there were some scenes that just made me want to cry. Let's see. Okay, here's another one where our main character is like talking about how he's also in love with this character named Hella, and he's like slowly like losing the love for Hella. And he says, I think that I have never been more frightened in my life. When my fingers began involuntarily to lose their hold on Hella, I realized that I was dangling from a high place and that I had been clinging to her for my very life. Oh my God. And there's so many scenes when they're like, he's describing the room. I like when I cry because it's just so like, I don't know what it is about this book. I just feel everything so like deep in my soul. I love this. I remember that life in that room seemed to be occurring beneath the sea. Time flowed past indifferently above us. Hours and days had no meaning. Oh my God. Oh, okay, here's another quote where Jacques is like talking to David, our main character, and he says, "Somebody," said Jacques, "your father or mine, should have told us that not many people have ever died of love, but multitudes have perished and are perishing every hour, and in the oddest places for the lack of it." Oh my God. Yes, this book was absolutely incredible. I'm going to reread this very soon. Like, I already know, probably this summer. I'm already like, I want to reread this book again. This was just, yeah, one of my new all-time favorite books that I've ever read. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. I highly recommend this book. This is fantastic. I also wanted to mention that I can't stop thinking about Beau is Afraid, which is the movie that I saw yesterday. So I think that means I loved it. Yes, when it comes to streaming service, I'm going to rewatch it because I think I missed so much. But yeah, I think I loved it a lot. But now I have I do have to work tonight. Like, I work this whole weekend, but I work the night shift in the ER. I work from like 5 to 1. Ugh. So I have a few hours before I have to go to work, so I'm going to work on my thumbnail for one of my videos that it needs to be published hopefully on Sunday, and then I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Maybe, like, I want to read, I'm in the mood to read, but like, what else am I gonna read? I just want to read that. All right, hello. I thought I would come and chat with you guys because I'm sure you all heard the sad news that Book Depository is closing, which is so sad. It's like my favorite bookstore online. They're closing sometime in April. I forget the exact date, but I want to go buy some books before they close down. I want to get books that obviously I can only get on Book Depository, so like UK editions. Oh, so sad. So I thought we could shop together, and I'll tell you all what books I am interested in getting. I know for sure one book that I want to get. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're closing on April 26th. So sad. Okay, so I know for sure one book that I want to get from Book Depository is the UK edition of Our Wives Under the Sea. I'll put pictures here of the book because I love the UK edition. I've been wanting to read that book. I think I'm gonna love it. All right, so it looks like I actually can't get the hardback anymore because I guess they're not like restocking books. Let me turn on this light so maybe there's a little bit better. I think that's still kind of, maybe that's a little better. I guess I can't get that one. Okay, there's this other one that I want. It's called Brown Girls. I really like this edition. Yeah, I have no idea what it's about, but I really want this cover. Isn't it gorgeous? And like the US edition is so ugly. I'll show the US one too. The UK one is so much prettier, so I definitely want that one. I'm also gonna go on Goodreads because I know there's some books there. Take a look at the books that I added to my to be read pile. Oh, this one, The 5 Sorrowful Mysteries of Andy Africa. I really want this book. I have no idea what it's about, but look at this cover. Sorry, my allergies have been horrible today because I was cleaning. The 5 Sorrowful Mysteries. I don't know, I just noticed by a Nigerian author. And the cover intrigues me. Like, why is there a picture of Marilyn Monroe? So I definitely want that book. Let's see what else. Oh, Utopia Avenue. That, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I thought about that one. Okay, Utopia Avenue. So this book I saw on a reel that were like books that have Daisy Jones and the 6 vibes but are better. And this one came out. This one was literally like same vibes but better writing, and I was like, that is what I need. And look at this. I specifically want this edition. I don't know, it's just like very 70s, 60s, 70s vibe. David Mitchell is a very famous author. I've never read anything from him. But yeah, I'm gonna add that one to my list as well. Oh, this one, Venomous Lumpsucker. I want that book. This cover is so cool. I saw this book on Sunbeam's Just channel. It was like one of her favorite books of the year. And oh, paperback or hardback? Well, then I'd rather get hardback. It's cheaper. And it's like a climate thriller, I think, kind of book about climate change. And it just sounded so weird, like such a weird book, but I really want to read it. The Shards, oh my gosh. Oh, Children of Paradise. That one, definitely. This is another like thriller. This was nominated for the Translated Booker Prize, I think. No, Women's Prize for Fiction, thank you. I thought it was translated for some reason, I guess not. But anyway, this one is like a kind of thriller. It takes place at a movie theater, and I want to get this book for a video that I'm gonna do, reading books with like film, Hollywood themes in it, because I love it and I really want to get this book. So I'm definitely gonna get this one from Book Depository. I know, I'm not gonna get all of these books right now, don't worry. I'm gonna pick and choose. One more book I'm gonna look at is The Shards by Brent Elliott or Ellis. I just love this edition of it. So he wrote American Psycho, which I don't want to read. The movie was interesting, but this one is like takes place in California, in Los Angeles, 1981. You're following Brett. I'm reading it. Brett at a prep school, and I think it's like a kind of a coming of age when he's in this friend group. His obsession with Mallory is equaled only by his increasingly unsettling preoccupation with the trawler, a serial killer on the loose who seems to be drawing ever closer to Brett and his friends, taunting them with grotesque threats and horrific, sharply local acts of violence. So it sounds also like it's going to be very intense, but I saw this Instagram review of it and it made me like want to read it so badly. Okay, I did it. Hey, that's so exciting. I can't wait to get those books. It is Saturday. I don't know what time it is. Maybe like 11:30, 12. I do have to work tonight. I feel like reading, so I have a couple of options that I'm like thinking about. So let me show you the books that I am leaning towards. First one, for some reason, I'm thinking Hamnet. I think I'm gonna try and see if this gauges my attention. I think I just want to keep feeling all my feelings. Like Giovanni's Dream. So for some reason I was thinking this book, so I think I'm gonna try this one. And then another book that I've really been I've been thinking about, because I watched Corona Pages. She had a 48-hour readathon. In her 48-hour reading vlog, she read Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke, and that reminded me how much I want to read this. And I want to read more Eric LaRocca, so maybe I'll also read, because it's just a short story. Like I do want to read all of these today. I mean, not today. I do want to read all of these, and I'm so curious like about this story. Everyone talks about it. So these are the two books that I'm leaning towards. I know, completely different vibes. I think I'm going to start off with Hamnet, and hopefully it gauges my attention, and then, you know, I can always switch over to Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke. But yes, I'm definitely in such a big reading mood, because Giovanni's Dream was just perfection, like absolutely perfect, the most perfect book. So yeah, I'm just in the biggest reading mood now. So I'm going to sit and read a little bit, and then I'll let you all know my final thoughts. Been sitting here reading. I did take a nap because I did not get enough sleep last night, and I don't want to be extremely exhausted for work tonight. But I have been reading a little bit of Hamnet. I think I'm almost like 50 pages in, and I am really enjoying it. Like the writing is incredible. I see why everyone loves it. We're getting like the backstory. Okay, so if you don't know what this book is about, I realize from what I've heard, you're following Hamnet. You're following this family after the death of the son named Hamnet, and Hamnet was Shakespeare's real life son who actually died. But this isn't a book about Shakespeare. It's more, I think it's more about the mom's grief and the family's grief. But you're getting like the backstory of the characters. Like, so right now we're getting the backstory of the dad, so Shakespeare, and I'm really liking it. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I don't know, it's just written so beautifully, and the characters are already interesting, and it's already a little bit sad. Hello, it is now Monday. I have today off. I have been reading some of Hamnet. I'm like 115 pages in. I'm reading it so slowly, and I'm just not like completely hooked and grasped. But it's like it's a good book, so it's definitely, I think, just me right now. So because I do want to read, I told you all that I was thinking of picking up this short story collection, Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke by Eric LaRocca. So I think I'm gonna pick this up. I'm excited to see what happens in this little short story. I'm definitely gonna read at least Things Have Gotten Worse Since We Last Spoke and then I'll look into the other short stories. But yeah, let's do this one. Okay, hello. Sorry I look like my allergies because I was cleaning up and everything. But anyways, I finished. Things have gotten worse since we last spoke. I give it 2 stars. I'm sorry. What? This is what everyone's been talking about? And I get it, like how it's so messed up and like wild and out there, but like that is what everyone's been talking about. It was just like, it was just gross and just there was like nothing else to it really. I still like Eric LaRocca, but I feel like because it was written in like texts and emails and stuff, you didn't get his like beautiful writing, because he is such a good writer. I read You've Lost a Lot of Blood, which shows what an incredible writer he is. So yeah, no, that was good. I'm good. That was a 2-star. I will read the other 2 short stories in this, because why not, so I can finish this. Yeah, I'm not even like disappointed, because if that's what you liked, I don't think you liked it. I'm not disappointed. I guess it's just not for me. All right, I thought I would come give you a little bit of an update. It is now Tuesday. Yeah, it's Tuesday, and you saw I just finished. Things have gotten worse since we last spoke. I got ready a little bit. I have work still at 5. It's like 1 now. But I still feel like reading, but I don't know what it is about Hamnet. No, actually, you know what I realized? I think Giovanni's Room has like ruined reading for me. Like I'm not getting like, not every book I'm reading, I'm like, it's not giving me the same feels as Giovanni's Room. Like this isn't written as well as Giovanni's Room. I know I can feel so much more. This book isn't doing it for me. So I'm just like, I don't know what to do now. Now that I've read like the perfect book, nothing's gonna live up to it. Because I am liking Hamnet. It's one of those books where like I'm liking it, but whenever I sit down to read it, I just can't get into it. What I think I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna try reading one of my classics that's on my list this month. I think I'm going to try reading Passing by Nella Larson, because that's also on my list. And that way I can like annotate, and maybe me annotating will kind of like get me back into reading. Because I was like on a roll with my reading. I was reading so many great books. Anna Karenina, Bad Cree, Giovanni's Room. I'm gonna try that and see if it gets me back into reading, and then maybe then I'll be able to read more of Hamnet. Hello, I thought I would come do a quick update before I head off to work. So I did start Passing by Nella Larson, and I got like 36 pages in. This book is a really fast read. It looks like 120 pages. Okay. And I am liking it. I'm not loving it right now. We just met the 2 main women that we'll be following, Claire and Irene. Claire decided to go off. They're both black women. In case you don't know what this is about. They're both black women. Claire decided to go off and live her life as white, whereas Irene, who could pass as white as well, but she decides, or she continues to live as a black woman. They weren't like good friends when they were little or anything. They just kind of grew up together, and then something happened where Claire just kind of had to leave the South Side, and then she decided to live her life as white. And they just happened to run into each other like 12 years later. Yeah, and so you're kind of, that's where we are now, where they like have now run into each other. And the writing is good, but I'm hoping that it's going to delve a little bit deeper into like passing and racial relations and being Black at this time in the community. I don't know, I want like more depth to it, because right now it's not really giving much. I mean, it is the very beginning, but I'm hoping we're really gonna like get into like what made Claire choose to be white, and like I don't know, I just want more basically than what I'm getting right now. So hopefully that will happen. But I am like, all right, hello, it is now Saturday, yeah. Yesterday, no, what happened? Thursday, yeah, Thursday night. So we had our second year class retreat on Thursday, and it was overnight, and we stayed at this like lake house in Wisconsin. It was actually really nice. It was just really short because we had to come back Friday, but it was still fun to be with all my class, or to be with my co-residents, to hang out with them. That was fun. Came back Friday, didn't really do anything because I didn't have to work. Camera's flashing at me. But today is Saturday. It's independent bookstore day, so I did want to go to a couple bookstores. It was raining, so I couldn't go to as many as I wanted. Of course now it's not, but I don't feel like going back out. But I did go to a couple bookstores. I didn't feel like vlogging. I don't know, I just wasn't in the best mood, so I didn't feel like vlogging or anything. But I thought I would come quickly share with you the books that I picked up, because I only got 3. They had these Penguin Modern Classic editions, which I want to start collecting his books in these beautiful editions because they're so pretty, and they do him wrong with those ugly editions. And that is James Baldwin. I read, you guys saw in this video, I read Giovanni's Room, my favorite book of all time now. I love that book, so I want to read all of his works. So they had a huge selection of his books in the Penguin Modern Classics, which has this like light blue green spines. They had so many of them, so I like read through them because I didn't know anything about his works. A lot of his titles sounded familiar to me, but I didn't know what they're about. So I read them, and I picked out these 2 to start off with. So this first one is Notes of a Native Son. And there's Mr. James Baldwin himself. And this is a collection of, this is a collection of essays. Sorry, I was gonna say stories. A collection of essays. And it says, reigning over Harlem in the 1940s, movies, novels, his preacher father, and his experiences of Paris. They capture the complexity of Black life at the dawn of the Civil Rights Movement with effervescent wit and prophetic wisdom. I just know this is going to be incredible, and I thought a collection of essays would be something different. And also I love this cover, so I got that one from Mr. James Baldwin. And then I picked up this one, which I know is one of his more famous works, but this is If Beale Street Could Talk, which I love this one too. So this says Harlem, the Black soul of New York City in the era of Aretha Franklin and Ray Charles. The narrator of James Baldwin's novel is Tish, 19 and pregnant. Her lover Fonnie, father of her child, is in jail accused of rape. Flashbacks from their love affair are woven into the compelling struggle of 2 families to win justice for Fonnie. To this love story, Baldwin brings a spare and impassioned intensity, charging it with universal resonance and power. So I chose this one because it sounds like another intense love story, which is what Giovanni's Room was, and I think this is going to be just as powerful. So I cannot wait to read these and collect more of his works. So now I'm so happy they had these editions because these are so hard to find. Yes, so I got those 2. And then the last one that I picked up is a translated fiction, which I have been meaning to read forever. This is At Night All Blood is Black, which I love that title. I believe this is translated from French. Yeah, translated from the French by Anna Moskvakis. I don't know how you say that, but I love this cover. This actually won the 2021 International Booker Prize. This book I've actually had my eye on, but then I saw Jack Edwards on his channel. He read this book, and the way he talked about this book and the synopsis he gave this book, it literally gave me chills when I was watching him talk about it, and I was like, okay, I need to read this book. It's a short little thing, and I can't wait to get to it. He said it was about these 2 soldiers. One of them gets like brutally injured and like begs his friend, his co-soldier, to like kill him and like put him out of his misery, but he just like can't get himself to do it. And you're following him after that one decision, and how it like changes his life and how it haunts him. And it just sounds, oh, it sounds so good. I know I'm gonna love it, so I got that one. These were the 3 little books that I picked up for Independent Bookshop Day. I think such a successful little haul. I'm so excited to read all of these. But yes, I'm going to now sit because Kayla from Books and Lala, she's doing some sprints today, so I'm gonna sit and try to get as close to finishing passing as I can. I'm not like loving it that much, I have to say, but I'm gonna try to sit and like really get absorbed in it, and maybe I'll start liking it a little more. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to finish that book now, and then hopefully I can come back and share with you my final. Okay, hello. It is now Sunday, yes, and I'm coming to end out the vlog. I spent today just relaxing and finishing up the 2 books that I had that I told you all about. Did end up finishing both of these books, so let's talk about them. The first one is Passing by Nella Larson. I ended up finishing this today, and then I went back and read the introduction by Emily Bernard. I'm really glad that I went back and read the introduction because it definitely gave me some context for how important this work was and her interpretation of what the author was trying to do with the characters and kind of the differences in other books that were coming out at that time about characters that were passing, or yeah, that were passing. So that was really interesting to read. I really like the introduction actually, but I don't know, I have to say the book itself, I just like cannot really connect to it. I don't know, I just find myself, I feel very removed from the story, but it's not like it was a bad book or anything. The ending was really interesting actually. It's a very open ending, so I'm very curious if you've read this. I would love to know your thoughts. I don't know, try to put spoilers in the comments or something. The ending was very interesting. I would love to talk to someone about the ending of this book. But I did like tab a couple of things, as you can see. This was an interesting read. I don't know, I don't really know what to say about it because like I said, the introduction really gave me the context that I think I needed for it, and so now I appreciate it and I see what it was doing. But like my actual enjoyment of it, I think I give it a 3 out of 5 stars. But I am glad that I read this. It definitely makes me interested in reading more works that take place during the Harlem Renaissance time period and by Black authors who wrote during that time, which I believe includes James Baldwin, like if I'm not mistaken. I know a lot of his books also talk about like living in Harlem and the Harlem Renaissance, so I feel like yes, but he just wasn't mentioned in the introduction, so that's why I'm like, I don't know. But anyways, 3 out of 5 stars. I still definitely recommend it. It's obviously an important read, and I do think that like other people would enjoy it. I think this was just like a personal me thing, but still a 3 out of 5 stars. I finished the last 2 short stories in this collection by Eric LaRocca. So I already told you my thoughts about things have gotten worse since we last spoke. And then we had a short story called The Enchantment, which was also a little bit of a longer short story. I actually really like the concept of that one. That one is about this, I don't want to give too much away, but that one is basically about this hotel on this island that this married couple go to for reasons. I'm keeping it very broad because if you know Eric LaRocca, his stories take like all kinds of wild turns, and so I don't want to give anything away. That one I really like the concept, and I think that would be such a cool like longer story and more fleshed out. But overall it still left me like, didn't really leave me feeling anything. And then the last story, which was called You'll Find It's Like That All Over, was like 15 pages, extremely short, and I also kind of liked that one too, but it was just very straightforward. I don't know if he wrote that, if that was one of his first like stories that he's ever written, but the writing was a lot better for that one. But the story itself, it was just very straightforward. He basically told you exactly what it's about, what the horror is representing, like just extremely straightforward, which you know is not my favorite thing. I like a bit more subtlety. So that one, I think, The Enchantment, I think I give 3 stars. You'll Find It's Like That All Over, I still give 3 stars. So I think overall, honestly, I think overall this is a 2-star. Like, I was gonna say 3, but honestly, like, this didn't leave me feeling anything. Like, I feel no type of way about this, except for the first one. I think the first story is definitely overrated. Yeah, but yeah, this just left me feeling literally nothing. Like, I'm not gonna think about this again, I think, which makes me so sad because I really enjoyed You've Lost a Lot of Blood by him. So I'm really glad I read that book first, because I think if I read this first, I would be very hesitant to pick up anything else by him. So I'm really glad I read You Lost a Lot of Blood because I really liked it. He's coming out with, I mean, he has a lot of things out now, but he's coming out with I think a full-length novel very soon, which I think I will like better. I don't know, maybe his longer stories where he can like kind of flesh out these things I like a little bit better. But anyways, overall, I think this was a really great reading month. I found my new all-time favorite book. I still read a ton this reading vlog. I had such a good time. I hope you all enjoyed this. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll catch you all in my next one. Bye.